What if the devil didn't knock? He just left a box in your neighborhood. The first time it showed up on our block, it didn't come in no dealer's hand. It came in a government van with no plates. It was 1985, South Central LA. Summer fading, heat still hanging off the concrete like a warning. Streets were tight, money low, tempers high, and people just trying to make it. Now back then, there was an old man named Mr. Harold. Used to sweep the sidewalk like he was protecting sacred ground, always muttering stuff like, "They gonna poison us, and it won't come through the water." Folks laughed, thought he was just old and tired. Then one night around 3 a.m., a black van with no plates crept down the alley behind the liquor store. No lights, no sound, just slid in like it belonged to the shadows. 4 men got out, no neighborhood faces, suits, military posture, looked too clean to be from around here. They opened the back and started unloading sealed wooden crates. Quiet and quick. One behind the dumpster, one under a swing set, one next to the burnt out corner store. They didn't knock on doors, didn't speak, just left them behind, like a gift wrapped in silence. Next morning, whole block felt off. Kids found those crates first, took pieces out, passed them around. By sundown, something had changed. Some folks moved fast and jittery. Others just sat, staring at walls like they could hear them whisper. People who used to laugh, gone quiet. Folks who worked double shifts, now disappearing for days. And the crates, gone. Mr. Harold stood on his stoop. "That ain't no accident," he said. "That's war. Quiet war." Later, whispers started about how somebody used the neighborhood to fund something overseas, about planes and meetings and things being dropped off and no one would notice or care. And anybody who asked too many questions, they stopped asking. So when folks wonder why certain neighborhoods fell apart like rotting floors, tell them this: we didn't bring the boxes. We didn't pack what was inside, but we sure opened them. And some of us never closed them again. What if the devil didn't?
Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, as usual, before I begin with this lesson, I want to start it off by giving all the glory and infinite praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Okaha Kadash, double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, who I'm taught and learned this truth 100% from. Peace and blessings be to you, Akim, Wakwati, that is serving Yahweh by Shema Shine sincerity, hoping for mercy and salvation in these last days, man. Shalom and Yahweh by Shema Shai Barakathon. So I really ain't too sure on what I'm entitled this lesson. But I believe through the Spirit, it'll probably be somewhere along the lines of Satan's physical counterpart. All right, that's probably what I entitled this lesson. The spiritual demon, Satan's physical counterpart, which is the so-called white man. All right, and when most people think of the devil, they think of, Greek mythology, where it's a being on the ground where dude got two ram horns and he big and red, he probably on fire with sharp teeth, that's how they picture the devil. All right, but the scriptures, and this is why you got to go into the etymology of words, because the word devil just means deceiver. All right, and the scriptures goes into a particular nation coming into power and deceiving the whole world, which is the so-called white race. So this is why brothers refer to the nation of Edom as the devil that the Bible speaks of, because that is the nation that power has been, that the power of the earth has been given into, and the deception that has gone all throughout the planet Earth has been caused none other but the so-called white man. All right, he's the one that put his images of Cesare Borgia up. Right, he's the one that's claiming to be the Most High's people when he ain't. Right, he's the one he's the main one furthering the affliction of the children of Israel, because all the nations, you damn Elamites, you Moabites, every single last one of you nations have a part in the downfall of the Israelites, but the so-called white man is the most responsible. Right, when you look at all the shit he's done throughout the planet Earth, from the time he came into rulership, as a matter of fact, scratch that. Go back all the way to the beginning. right? Since his forefather came, man, this man has done nothing but reap wickedness on the planet Earth, right? The shit that he did to Jake alone, man. This is why Jake used to refer to this man as, they used to call him the white devil, right? Even in Mississippi and places down south, you know what I'm saying? You'll have older Jake that'll tell the younger Jake, like, I don't care who you mess with, who you bring back home, but don't you bring back a blonde-haired, blue-eyed devil, all right? Because that's their nature, man. If we was to be open up to all this shit that they was doing to Jake in slavery, right, it would be no question, and it shouldn't even be no question on who the devil that the Bible speak of is, man. All right? But Jake ass is asleep, right? Jake is drunk off Christianity, and they think that we all equal, right? They think that this man really, truly got a place in his heart for us, man. When it's the complete opposite, the scriptures talk about how this man has a perpetual hatred for us. They program the haters. This is why Jake don't even do shit to these motherfuckers, and they still hate you. That's because that's how they built, man. That's how they programmed to be. This is why they got all the rulership. They got all the, you know what I'm saying, the wealth. You know what I'm saying? They got all the power, and they still want to bomb shit. They still want to traffic children. They still want to just push wickedness throughout the planet. Why? Because they are the damn devil, man. Right? And it don't take rocket science to understand this. So the first scripture that I want to grab is the book of Psalms, the 83rd chapter, because crack being set up in Jake ain't know what the hell that was, man. All right, Jake ain't know how to, you know what I'm saying, put together them, you know what I'm saying, that them formulas and ingredients to whip up crack cocaine and get high off that shit. All right, and I remember a former CIA agent that goes by the name of Gary Webb. He had actually got unalived by the government because of what he had came out and said, and he had spoke on basically the crack epidemic. All right, and he said that in the 80s, the CIA had basically put crack cocaine and guns in Jake neighborhood to basically to destroy him, shit, basically. All right, so this is why the scriptures goes into, and let's just go ahead and get it real quick. This is the book of Psalms 83. In verse 1, it say, a song or psalm of Asaph, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not that peace and be not still, O Yahweh. And one thing about it is that the Most High sees everything that these damn devils have done and are doing still to this day, man. All right, they not finna go unpunished for the shit that they doing. This is why they finna get ready to receive the punishment that they gonna get because of all the shit that they've done on the planet Earth while they've been in rulership, man. All right, if we're such less of a people and we monkeys and this, that, and the third, why the fuck don't you just leave us alone? All right, that's because it's bigger than that, Jake. All right, the Bible itself, the two main characters, as brothers say, is Jacob and Esau. This is why a lot of this shit is mostly about black and white and black. All right, and it's only gonna continue to get worse. So you see what Trump doing. All right, and that real hatred that the so-called white man had for your ass going back 200, 300 years when you was enslaved in slavery. You had chains on your wrist and shit. That same hatred is gonna come back. Bro, I got on Twitter and I seen all type of shit these Edomites was talking about Jake. Talking about how Jake don't know how to shoot no guns. Y'all gonna lose a race war. If there was the B1, you gonna have little small proxy race wars and shit throughout the cities. I just seen a video where two KKK members was found dead in in Jake quote unquote hood. All right, so that hatred, that shit gonna be displayed, man. All right, they already showing it, but it's gonna get a lot more worse. All right, as these days continue to go by, man. Right, you just wait and see. Right, it say, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult. They that hate thee have lift up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hiddy ones. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, man. Right, so when they at these different EU meetings and they discussing world problems and shit, you best believe you tribes is in the talk, man. They're in there coming up with ways and tactics on how to keep you fucked up and low as a people. Right, this is why I even seen some shit where it's been documented that Sexy Red is a damn CIA agent. And hey, I believe it. Right, because Esau be setting up or be giving Jake that'll get on there and twerk their ass, shake their ass, promote BBLs, promote being a damn thot to our women and shit, so that our women fall under that vibration and they basically be slutted the fuck. Look, bro, look at Eve, bro. Eve is through as fuck. All right, you got young Eve that be listening to Sexy Red trying to twerk and shit. You got Jake. You got this little nigga named Bloodhound, Bloodhound Lil Jeff. You got a lot of Lil Jakes trying to be like this nigga. Everybody want to quote unquote catch a hat, catch a body. You know what I'm saying? Just Jake under a wicked vibration, but you can blame that on the so-called white man. Right? He's the one who sets this shit up to keep Jake in this damn dumb and docile state, man. This is why he's so mad that brothers is waking up, man. Because he done did everything in his goddamn power to keep us from waking up in this ministry, man. Right? And he can't do nothing about it. You can, as the scriptures say, you can do nothing against the truth but for the truth. All this shit that he done put Jake through, all right, all you doing is, you fulfilling prophecy, all right? And at the end of the day, brothers is gonna wake up all across the four winds of the earth, man. And this is why, he gonna come down with that wrath that he gonna come down with, man. So, with that being said, I'm gonna probably end it off on this last scripture. Then I'm gonna close it out. This is the book of Sirach 12:10. It say, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Right? Us as the nation of Israel, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we have a natural born enemy, man. All right, which is our evil twin brother, Esau Edom, the so-called white man in today's time, man. All right. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed. You know how Esau was his fucking voice, yeah, man. Yeah, brother, man. He humbling himself, trying to make it seem like y'all on the same level in his eyes. Let's say, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his trust is like his rust, hath not been altogether wiped away, because at the end of the day, they programmed to be the wicked. Ain't no such thing as a good white boy, a good white bitch. At the end of the day, they are the nation of Edom, and they programmed to hate you damn Jakes, man. You piss one of them motherfuckers off, and what you think they gonna call you? They gonna call you out your name, call you the N-word, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they may be cool with you and shit, but you gotta remember and you gotta realize they still gotta go back to them families, them racist ass families and shit. They uncles and all that grew up with they pops in them that was going back to the 30s and the 40s and shit. Man, them motherfuckers is racist. Where they come at them publicly announce it, probably not. But now, shit is starting to become more open. These Edomites are starting to basically profess they hatred towards you Jakes more, man. So, with that being said, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Salaki files all over the place. Jake ain't got no sleep today, so I'm a little I'm a little tired, man. You know, all the righteous the lesson was edifying at the point was proven, man. Shalom, you have about Shema Shabrak Thumb on the Baba Bar.